welcome to the Molly Maid podcast. I'm your host, Fiona. Today, I have the pleasure of speaking with Greg Kopchuck, who is a new franchise partner with Molly Maid. Welcome, Greg.
Thanks, Fiona. Welcome.
So, Greg, to get us started, my first question is, how long have you been with Molly Maid?
Not long, about 4 months. I took over. My first day of operation was the 14th of February, 2022. So we're in June here. Yeah. So February, March, April, May. Yeah, almost 4 months.
Oh, that's awesome. And what made you choose Molly Maid, Greg?
Well, kind of stumbled upon it and saw it. It was a great opportunity. We're starting to come out of COVID, so everything had bottomed out and starting to come up. Molly Maid, the franchise here in Edmonton, had survived COVID fairly well. So it was obvious a lot of customers would come back after COVID. Great opportunity for growth. All kinds of great signs of a really good business to get on board with.
Yes, awesome. And you're right. I mean, we have more inquiries for our service than ever before. People really see the need for having a clean home. Of course, we have one of the products that eradicates the virus. So, couple that in and people are really interested in Molly Maid service, which is awesome. So Greg, a little bit about you. What was your career before Molly Maid? And what would you say that you were able to bring forward from your previous work experiences into owning and operating a Molly Maid franchise?
How far back do we want to go?
I'll let you decide that.
Well, prior to Molly Maid, I was running a business coaching and consulting franchise, and also an independent on my own for the past 15 years. I also spent 20 years in the IT industry and 10 years military service and a few other things in between there. So
yeah,
all of that really helped. Especially the business consulting coaching background, because I'd worked with a lot of owners about how to fine tune and improve their business and how to grow sales and profits and how to hire and keep good staff and make them more profitable and how to free up the owner's time, which is when I looked at this franchise, it had all the great markings of being able to do all of that and grow the business, to double the revenue within a couple of years easily.
Absolutely. And you're well on your way to that already in 4 months. So, Greg, how would you say the training was that you received?
Oh, the training was great. Of course, we had to do it with Zoom because of COVID.
Yes.
But there's lots of people to call on. Everyone is extremely helpful whenever I need an answer to something. Head office people are on it quick, lickety split, which is great. Plus all the other franchisees. When I went to the conference, it was awesome. The wealth of information, how everyone was willing to share and provide all kinds of great information about how to run the franchise.
Oh, that's amazing. So you would say you do still have ongoing support after the training?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yep. It's there whenever I need it. Especially, I got to say, Jackie, she's awesome.
Good. That's
she
amazing.
said I gotta give her a plug every time I can. And no, she does a great job of helping with. She's my business support person, and she does a really good job there.
Great. That's awesome. Well, hopefully, that you can call on anyone within the team, but certainly our franchise coaches are typically they're the first point of contact with our franchise partners. But, we do have our team, marketing, all these different other areas, and certainly you're able to connect with anyone there as well. So another question, Greg, how would you describe the culture at Molly Maid if you were to try to put that into words?
This culture is phenomenal. It's interesting. The franchise conference I just attended, they were talking about how do create a great culture and make it even better. And I said to Aaron, the CEO, I go, you already have a phenomenal culture, like, and you want to make it even better. Like, I was in another franchise before this one, and they just don't compare. The culture in Molly Maid is exceptional. Everyone's helpful. Everyone's open, honest. There's a great wealth of knowledge. Everyone supports everyone. I mean, what can you say about the culture? I've worked in a lot of organizations, especially when I was doing consulting, and I'd say Molly Maid is one of the best I've ever seen.
Wow, well, that's amazing. Thank you.
Yeah.
That is a testament to everyone within our organization. Obviously, we really I think we're an organization that we're always trying to improve and always trying to get better. And even if we're doing something and we're doing okay at it, we still want to get better at it. So,
Right.
And we all take a role in that. So you should give yourself a pat in the back too, Greg, because that's what it's all about. So one last question for today. What would you say to someone who is thinking about buying and owning and operating a Molly Maid franchise?
Well, what else can I say? Don't think, do. Buy.
Okay.
Especially like in my case, I took over an existing franchise, so there's always a huge advantage to that, of course, and you can build on it and go from there. Plus there's things you have to change as a result of, there's a transition of ownership management. But I've looked at a lot of franchise opportunities. I've seen a lot of businesses. And when you look at Molly Maid, it ticks all the right boxes for a phenomenal business opportunity and for it to grow and continue to grow. Like, there's no limit. I mean, I was talking to one franchisee. Where are they? Sudbury, 60,000 people, and they're running like 8 or 10 routes. And I'm like, in Sudbury? I go, we're in Edmonton here. We got 1 million people, and
Sky's the limit.
I've only got 5 routes in my territory, and I'm going, they got 60,000. They got like 10.
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
you have lots of time to continue to penetrate your market. And it sounds like from what I've seen so far, you're off to a great start.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
All right. Well, Greg, I've taken up some of your time today, and I really do appreciate it. Thank you for participating in the podcast. And I'm sure our listeners will find all of this information very valuable as well. So again, thank you. And thank you for joining our Molly Maid team. And I really do look forward to watching you grow and be super successful.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Awesome.